guys, it's Riley from Science Girl, and today we're going to be dissecting a sheep brain. So I got this in a Carolina kit for my birthday. No, that was a while back, but haven't really had the time between quarantine and the coronavirus. Welcome to 2020. So in this package we have the sheep brain, the hand lens, the probe, the ruler, the forceps, the plastic knife. Wish we could have gotten a scalpel, but no. Hand wipes, a disposable dissecting tray, a storage bag, along with the teacher's manual, which I am reading out of right now, and the student's manual, which is what we're going to be using. But for this, we also need a few extra things that weren't supplied, such as disposable gloves, paper towels, and cleaning supplies for after, a lab apron, some safety glasses, which I managed to find, and a lab journal, if you would like to. So we're going to get started. But before we get started, if you are on the younger side and you have one of these kits, do it with an adult. It's safer for you. But luckily, you don't really have to worry about getting cut because it's just a plastic butter knife that you can find in a store. Alright, so we're just going to get started. Beforehand, you should wash your hands and then get your gloves on. And by the way, if you hear any fans in the background, I apologize. It's just that we need ventilation because this is in formaldehyde, which keeps it from rotting and decaying. So that's going to create a little bit of noise. Sorry if you can't hear me at any point in time. I apologize. So let's slip on our gloves and take this brain out. Okay. Worst part about plastic gloves is when they bunch up. Alrighty, so we're going to, if I can open this would be lovely. Okay, so this is our brain. It's on the smaller side, but it's a sheep brain, so obviously. It does stink a little bit, but what can you expect? That's why we have ventilation. So I'm going to pull everything out of the bag, if I can open it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Come on. There we go. Okay. And we're also going to pop on our glasses. I would recommend, if you don't have a lab apron like I don't, wearing clothes that are either dark in color or that you don't mind ruining. Because if you get formaldehyde on them, they're not going to be the best. So let's pop these on and let's get started. Okay, so first what we're going to do is I'm going to keep it in here while I tell you about the different parts. I'm going to use this because it's bigger and easier to see. So this first part right here from a top view, this is the brainstem. What it does is it's connected to the spinal cord on the back of the neck, and it allows your nervous system to connect to the rest of the body, which is what allows you to feel temperature, pain, touch, anything really. The second part is the cerebellum, which is also called the little brain. It's just above the brainstem right here, and it allows the nerve cells to be really bunched up in here. Let's see, according to this, the cerebellum is the area of the brain that controls muscles and coordinates movement. So this allows you to walk, stand, sit, whatever you choose. It allows you to move. This third part right here is the cerebrum. The cerebrum is divided into two parts called hemispheres. The cerebrum makes up about 85% of the brain in humans, which is quite a bit. Let's see. The cerebrum is where higher order thinking takes place. In other words, this is where you do your analyzing, evaluating, and planning. So this is where you think, where you decide, and where you make choices. Pretty neat. Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay. So there's a bunch of different sections here. We have the hindbrain right along here, the midbrain here, and then the forebrain. The brain is divided up into 3 different sections for each part, which is something that's actually new to me. This section right here, forgive me if I say this correctly, olfactory bulbs. This is where your brain processes what you smell. So, for instance, smelling the formaldehyde, that's where it's being processed. Sometimes I wish it didn't work. Let's see. The optic nerve right here is right at the front of the brainstem, and most of the optic nerve is missing right here. Only 2 small parts may remain. The optic nerve carries signals from the retina of the eye, which allows you to process what you see. It's pretty amazing. And number 9 right here is the optic tract. This is where, oh. So when images pass through the brain, they're actually flipped upside down, but the optic tract is what flips them back up. So instead of seeing as if you were hanging upside down like a bat, you see this, which is pretty amazing. Alrighty, so now we're going to actually cut this open and get started. Oh god, this is going to stink, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to grab a pair of scissors, make sure that these are ones that you don't mind getting dirty or ones that you can wash. I'll be right back. Okay, pair of scissors. And let's cut this bad boy open. Forgive me. Oh my god. Okay, let's see if we can rub it the rest of the way, because scissors aren't cutting, and yeah, those have to be washed. Sorry. Okay, sorry if you get juice anywhere, that may happen. I'm sorry, Mom, you're going to have to clean. Okay, let's see if we can pop this out. My god, they really, really cared about packaging here. There. That should allow me in. Oh god, I really wish that my olfactory bulbs weren't working right now. It stinks. Oh god. Okay, keep it together. Right. Okay. So, my god. So what it says to do is we want to turn the brain to be upright. So the cord should be right on the bottom. Forgive me, this stinks. Good lord. Okay, so now we want to carefully cut the brain down the middle into 2 halves. This will allow us to see the cross section. I may want to use my fingers, and of course we couldn't get a scalpel, so this should be really fun. Doing my best to cut it into 2 even halves. No, that's not going on the table. Okay, let's. Oh god, this book's going to be ruined. Oh god. Okay, let's see if we can flip the page, please. Oh god. Okay, I'll be right back. I need some help to flip it. Okay, so I got some help. I flipped the page so we can actually follow the directions. It's on these last few pages, so this shouldn't take too long. While I was cutting it open, I actually noticed something really neat. If you come here, hopefully you guys can see it, there's a nerve running right along here and into here, and then there's another right through here. I just found that really neat. Okay. Okay, so now we want to... Oh, well, it turns out that what we found, right there, the big one, right there, through here, is called the, forgive me if I butcher any of the names. I did not practice beforehand. That was a mistake on my part. The Corpus Callosum. It's in the middle of the cerebrum, right here, and it's a lighter color. This is a large band of nerve fibers that connect the 2 hemispheres of the cerebrum. The left side of the cerebrum controls the right side of your body, and the right side controls the left side of your body. Without the Corpus Callosum, the 2 halves of your body could not work together efficiently. So pretty much, when I'm moving my right hand, it's the left side of my brain. And when I'm moving my left hand, it's the right side of my brain. All because of this little nerve. Okay. So let's see. So right along here, there should be another nerve. Probably, let's see. So if you take a look here. It says that it should be right along here. It should be pretty small, but I don't see anything. It should be around this general area. I do not believe that is this, but it could possibly be. Not sure. but this is the penile body. Pineal? I don't know. Whatever. It's a gland that produces a hormone called melatonin. This hormone is what makes you sleepy. So if your body needs rest, the brain triggers this gland to start producing it, and you'll be fast asleep pretty soon. So right along here, not exactly sure where, is what causes you to sleep. Okay. So it says to lay half of the brain on the tray here. So let me move this because I still want to look at that later. So we're going to be dissecting this one. Okay, so lay half of the brain with the side cut flat on the tray. Locate the 4 lobes of the cerebrum. Okay, so it wants us to locate the lobes. So we have the frontal lobe, which is going to be up in the front. This is where your emotions, planning, and problem-solving abilities come from. It also allows you to make decisions. The parietal, oh my god. Parietal, I think, lobe. The top area of the cerebrum is associated with the, oh, here, it actually cuts it open right here. Okay, so it's going to be right along the top here. Not all the way down, but just about like right here. What it does is, it's associated with recognition and movement. So this is what allows you to recognize people, recognize your pets, and allows you to move. Let's see. I'm sorry once again for butchering these. I should have practiced earlier. I'll know for next time. Occipital lobe, I think, is in the back section of the cerebrum. It's along here. It doesn't go all the way to here, but it stops right about here, and it's still not on the bottom because that's the next one. So this is the section of the cerebrum. It is responsible for vision. So right along here, if you actually look along the back here, looking here, you can actually see everything. So the occipital lobe is right along here. You can see if you follow this line that divides it. This is responsible for vision. Along here, if you look a little bit closer, this section right here, that is the parietal lobe. Sorry if I butchered that. And then we have the frontal lobe right here. This one right here, the one that's divided from everything else and is on the bottom, is the temporal lobe. And it is responsible for speech. This is what allows you to speak, have memories, and just a little thing to think about is, what would happen if one of the lobes wasn't work? If it were the frontal lobe, you wouldn't be able to feel certain emotions, or you may not be able to plan stuff. If it were the parietal lobe, you may not be able to recognize people. The occipital lobe, if you were to have that, you may not be able to see properly. And if you had some issue with the temporal lobe, you may have issues with speech. Okay, so let's see. So with this half of the brain, we're going to use the knife to cut the cerebrum in half across the front. And then we're going to look at the newly cut area. Okay, so we want to cut it in half across the front. Okay. It feels so weird to cut this, just being completely honest. Oh, I think I may have hit a blood vessel because there's some blood on here. Nope, my bad. There. Oh man, I don't know why they made this red. And there. Nope, it was not blood, it was just a little bit of this. My bad. Okay, so we're going to take a look inside of here. So the outer layer, which is darker, right along here, that is what's known as gray matter. And on the inside is white matter. So all of this light a little bit, if you can see that, it's coming right along through here. That is what is known as white matter. Okay, so I'm actually going to move this a little bit. So if you can take a look right here, you can see the dark matter, well, gray matter running along through here, like right through here and here and here, while your white matter is coming across through here. Okay, let's see. It's actually pretty neat if you take a closer look, because you can see the two halves, how they work together. Okay, and I think that's the last page, yeah. So now from here, I'm going to poke it with a stick. And I'm going to see which one's harder. According to here, the white matter should be a little bit, oh yeah, that is just, here, come here. Take a look at this. If you push slightly, you can even see the little indentation in it from the white matter. Now if I come here to the dark matter's a little bit less, yeah. I mean, if you poke it like that, you can see that it leaves a small mark, but if you come here, no mark at all. So your gray matter is definitely, it's a little bit tougher than your white matter. According to here, the white matter is actually made up of axons, which are nerve fibers that carry nerve signals. Gray matter is made up of nerve cells that process and transmit the nerve signals. So they work together. It's actually really neat. Let's see. Not sure why they gave me that, but we're going to take a closer look with a magnifying glass, if I can open it. Yay! Okay. Here, this might help you take a closer look right here. So if you look, you can see that this is a bit of a darker color than this, hopefully. If you can't, I'm sorry. It's just a little awkward, but yeah. Along through here is a lighter, and here's a darker. Now I'm actually going to cut open the other side, because I'm a little bit curious. So if I move this over, and I cut through here, what's it going to look like? I'm just butchering this brain at this point. Oh, wow. So, once again, you can see white matter and gray matter. Still about the same, nothing too different. What I'm really excited to cut open is this. So I'm just going to cut this little guy off along through here. Okay, there's our brainstem. So the brainstem is really just a bundle of nerves, so I'm just going to cut it in half and, oh my. You actually have to apply some force for that. Let's see what we got here. Can you please just break? Please? Please? My god, it does not want to separate. But I guess that means it's a good thing, because it's more difficult to separate your brainstem, which is the control for all of your basic functions, such as breathing, swallowing, there, and your heart. Come on. Butter knife works for everything except for this. Okay, and let's see. So as you can see here, if you come and compare it right here, this is all white matter as it appears to be. It's all the exact same color, same consistency, than gray matter, which makes sense because this is all of the nerve fibers. Alrighty. So I think that's going to do it. I know that this may have been a little bit longer than my normal videos, but then again, it's a dissection. So what can you expect? Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hey, if you guys have anything you guys want me to try, just leave it in the comments section. Don't forget to like this video and follow me on my Instagram @ScienceGirlRI. I love you guys, have a great day, but for now, this is Science Girl.